What will be the future of mastering consulting? Will I stop the channel? Will I change something? In this video, I talk about my plans for 2023. Hi everyone, my name is Johannes. I'm a strategy consultant and welcome to this channel. Welcome to Mastering Consulting. On this channel, I want to help you to learn the necessary skills that you need in your first years of your consulting career. If you're new to this channel and don't want to miss any new content here that will help you to become better in management consulting, to learn all the necessary consulting skills, then please subscribe to this channel and leave a thumb up. And today, I want to talk about the future of this channel. The new year has started and I reflected a little bit about what I want to change in this channel or with this channel. And today I want to give you an update what my plans are for the next year with this channel or with the project Mastering Consulting. Before we start, I want to start with a little backstory of this channel so that you know how I created this channel, what the main idea was. So basically, when I joined the management consulting industry, I basically had no idea and no consulting skills at all. You see, the reason was that I studied music before I joined the consulting industry. And due to some reasons, I was looking for a career change. I pivoted my career basically from being a musician to wanting to become a management consultant. As you can imagine, this was quite difficult because as a musician, obviously you had no consulting skills or learned no consulting skills. So I had no business background, didn't know how to present, had no idea about how to work with PowerPoint and Excel and so on. And I had to learn all of that myself. You see, because I realized very quickly that getting into consulting is one thing, but becoming a good consultant and learning all the necessary consulting skills that you need to get the offer, for example, an internship or to get promoted, this is completely different and it's very, very difficult. So what I did back then was that I taught everything myself. So I read every consulting book out there. I took a lot of online courses about, working with Excel, working with PowerPoint. I, did many internships, did student consulting projects where I joined student consulting clubs, did many working student jobs, and so on. And throughout the entire time, so it took me about roughly 5 years, from the decision to become a management consultant to actually sign the offer. And in this 5 years, I really, had a kind of notebook. I tried to create a kind of playbook where I summarized all of the learnings that I had in terms of consulting skills. So this was really, a structured or my structured way to, cluster all of the skills, cluster all of the know-how that I would need in order to succeed in management consulting. And the result was basically that I received an offer after every internship that I did. And also in the first years in my consulting career, I got on the promotion fast track. And the idea for this channel basically came up, when I started as a full-time consultant in a strategy consulting firm. And this was when I decided, okay, why do I not create a channel that I wish to have for myself when I wanted to learn the necessary consultant skills? So I had this kind of playbook that I made for myself. And I said, okay, why not, making this public and helping other people to learn the skills that you need in consulting that help you to become successful in consulting. And that was basically the idea of the channel. And this was basically, how I started the channel. And it took me quite a while, to actually make the first post. So I had the idea, roughly, I would say almost 4 years ago. But, just 2 years ago, I posted the first post. And what I did back then was that I posted something on LinkedIn. It was during COVID. And I remember we had this lockdown here in Germany. I think it was in February, March. And at that time, I had some time at home. I worked in the home office. Also, my project got paused. So I had 1 or 2 weeks of vacation where I had time to reflect. And I said to myself, okay, if I don't start this channel now, then I will never start it. So I decided, okay, to jump into the cold water. And I actually made my first post on LinkedIn. And then, I tried to post, once a week on LinkedIn. And this was how I slowly got started. The thing was that, I was still very insecure about this whole LinkedIn thing and, this whole mastering consulting thing. because I received some, mixed feedback. So, there were people that said, Johannes, it's great, you add a lot of value, but also obviously, I was working for a consultancy, and there was also some kind of risk involved because this was my personal opinion, and I presented that on LinkedIn. So I was also some kind of insecure about that. So I decided, after making my first post on LinkedIn, to move to another platform where I had a kind of safe space, and because my name wouldn't be connected to it. And that's when I started to move to Instagram, and this was like mid or end of 2020. And there I had a couple of posts. I think like 3 to 4 months I made a lot of posts without even showing my face. So these were just informal or formal posts without showing my face, rather just a normal post with some information on it. And after a while, where I saw that this channel got some traction, I decided, okay, why not showing my face? Why not going public? But still, the channel was under the name Mastering Consulting. And then I started, to showing my face, to post stories, to make Q&As. And this was, at the beginning of 2021, where I really, started posting a lot of content. And my strategy back then was, to really kind of document my journey. And I started to do daily lives back then. So this was really the phase where my Instagram channel grew heavily, within, I think, half a year. It took me a bit longer, but, almost a year, I would say, 9 months to a year. I went from 0 followers to 7,000 or 8,000 followers. And this was, where my channel grew quite rapidly. And this was also where I, posted a lot of content, almost daily Q&A sessions, daily stories, daily posts. And this was really where I was very engaged in this channel. At that time, I also experimented a little bit with YouTube and podcasts and other stuff, but I mainly stayed with Instagram because I saw this was very natural to me, doing these video live Q&As and stuff like that. Then it was at the end of 2021. People asked me, okay, if I could make an online course to help others to learn the necessary consulting skills, because basically this was what I was talking about the entire time. And then I decided at the end of 2021 to work on my first online course, and this should be the consulting preparation course, where I help people to learn the necessary consulting skills that they would need for the first years in their career. It was easily said, but it was very, very hard to do, because I realized that, making a course, creating a course, it's so much effort. If you haven't worked on a course yourself, you will not believe how much work this is, to collect all the information, to structure it, to do the recording, then the post-production, setting up the entire course environment, and so on. And it took me way, way longer, than I thought. So the final course launch of the consulting preparation course was summer 2022. And, during that time, I also, worked a little bit more on YouTube and tried to gain some traction there. And, at the end of this year, so already at the end of last year, so end of 2022, I, have launched my course. I have, published, many, many videos here on YouTube. I've grown the YouTube channel to, roughly 1,000 followers or subscribers, and I've grown the Instagram channel still to 8,000 followers, roughly. Nevertheless, what I realized, especially in the last year, where I became a project manager and, projects and my work became more intense, I realized it was really, really hard for me, to balance, working on mastering consulting and performing well on my job, and simultaneously having a private life as well. So basically, during the entire last year, I had like in my work weeks where like, I would say something between 80 and 90 to, sometimes even 100 hours every single week, because you can imagine in strategic consulting, I work like 60 to 70 hours, I would say, on my normal job. And then, easily 20 hours on this channel. And the thing was that, since the past 3 months in my project have been very, very intense, I didn't have that much time to work on the channel. So during the Christmas break, which I really, really needed because, it was very, very tough the past weeks in the past month, I reflected a little bit, what I want to make different. Okay. And I tried to reflect it a little bit, what was good, what was bad, and what I wanted to change. And, maybe to highlight a little bit, the good things that I did in the past 2 years. So first of all, one good thing is, and I'm really proud of that I started this channel despite all the critics, despite all the doubts, because as you can imagine, it's sometimes not easy to put yourself and your face into the camera and talk about private stuff and your own thoughts, because of course majority of the feedback is very positive, but still there's a lot of criticism, there's also some negative feedback, and this was kind of very challenging for me at the beginning. Yeah, I'm glad and I'm proud, that I nevertheless took the step and created this channel. I'm very happy, that I had times where I posted a lot of content on a daily basis, especially at the beginning of this year. I was very, very active on YouTube, and it was also a lot of fun to have this daily interaction with the community. So that's also something good. And also I'm very proud that the positioning of this channel is very unique, because actually it's the only channel I know of where where I, as a real consultant, can talk about my own experiences, because most channels are from former consultants. But on this channel I really try to document the journey that I go through myself, and really try to give you advice on a daily basis, based on my own experience that I make. And also, I'm very proud that I launched a course this year, and that I made my first sales, and that I also received some very, very positive feedback about the course. Let's jump to the things that I want to improve. So what I realized was, especially since I couldn't balance my workload in my consulting firm and the workload with mastering consulting, and at the same time trying to have some kind of private life at least, my content production and my content schedule was quite inconsistent. So I had phases like 3, 4, 5 months where I really posted on a daily basis. But then I kind of got burned out and realized, man, I have to make a break. And then I had also phases where I didn't post at all. And of course, for building a channel, for interacting with you, this is a kind of unhealthy posting schedule, because this on-off mode isn't really helpful if you want to create some traction on this channel. So that's certainly the first thing. And the second thing is, that I definitely want to work more, on the positioning of this channel to get my message out much, much clearer, and really, work on the strategy of this channel. So this is certainly something that I want to improve. And during the Christmas break now, I had some time to reflect, and I actually, thought about, different options, and thought really about, if I wanted to continue this channel. But the answer is definitely yes, I want to continue, but I have to change a little bit the strategy. So what will I change? What is the goal of this channel? This is what I want to talk about now. So maybe, let's start with the goal of this channel. So my goal of this channel is really to become the best how-to channel for consultants. So as I said at the beginning, my goal with this channel was always, to create a channel that I wish for myself, to create a channel that talks about every aspect of consulting, that gives, tips on, how to learn the right skills, on how to learn the right mindset, the right techniques. Also, I want to talk about, topics that I'm interested in myself, and that I know that you are interested as well, like work-life balance. Also, like private stuff, like, how to manage your finances, how to manage your health in a busy schedule as a consultant. But also I want to talk about exciting books that will help you to improve your skills, that will help you to develop your personality, to give you a really like 360-degree package of the skills and of the input that you need in your consulting career. That's my goal. And to put it in numbers, also I wrote down for myself, okay, what I want to achieve this year is that I want to get to 100k follower on YouTube, and to sell at least 5k, so 5,000 courses. Why do I want to put a number in there? You certainly have heard of the OKR principle. So this means that to every goal that you set for yourself, you have to develop a certain kind of quantification in order to make it measurable. And now, since I put these numbers out on the internet, I hope to create some kind of accountability, and also for me as a goal, and to kind of have some more public pressure to make those goals public. And at the end of the year, we will see how far I got with these numbers. So this is the goal that I have for this channel. And also, of course, you have the question, for whom is this channel? And I thought about it, and if we talk about the ideal community member for this channel, then I would say that this channel is for ambitious and reflected people who want to grow as a personality and have a successful career in consulting while also living a happy and fulfilled life. So what do I mean by that? So of course, if you want to follow this channel, you have to be ambitious, because just the pure reason that you're looking for these videos, that you're watching these videos, this shows me that you are a very ambitious person, because you are using your free time to learn, to grow, to develop yourself, and to work on your skills. Also, it helps if you are reflected, and that you watch these videos also shows me that you are reflected, because I will reflect on this channel myself as well. So this channel is a kind of medium for me to reflect my learnings, to reflect my experiences. So if you want to do the same, I think this channel is perfect for you. And of course, you want to have a successful career in consulting. This channel is mainly for consultants, although I have many people who write me almost on a daily basis, who say, okay, I'm not a consultant, but nevertheless, I get so much value out of your videos. But in general, I would say you have to be, or you want to be, a consultant, because this is what I talk about. But also, on the other hand, you want to have a happy personal and private life. So this means that we don't only talk about consulting skills and career development. We also want to talk about things like how to have a great work-life balance, how to develop a strong mindset, how to manage aspects of your life. So this is what we want to talk about in this channel. So what will be the main content? So I will talk about 3 main areas, as you probably know, in this channel. So I talk about hard skills, soft skills, and about personality growth. So the hard skills are mainly working with Excel, working with PowerPoint, and also applying consulting tools like frameworks and stuff like that. Then the soft skills are mainly how to communicate, how to organize yourself, and how to work on projects. So this is also something that I will talk about on this channel. And then the personality part is all about work-life balance, mindset, and personal growth, like books, news, and so on. So this is like the broad the broad range of content that I want to share here, because I think these are exactly the parts that you need in order to build your career in management consulting. And these things help me to develop my own career, now up to a project manager. And I'm certain that these skills and these parts, these aspects, will also help you to develop your career. So taking a look forward into 2023. So what kind of offers do I have? What do I want to do on this channel? So first of all, I will post daily content. And this is for all the people who want to have a daily dose of consulting content. So every day at 6 p.m. CET, so German time, I will post some content. And this time, I promise you, I will keep it up consistently. I have pre-produced now, during the Christmas break, a lot of content, and I will use, all my holidays to pre-produce the content. And hopefully, this will help me to keep the consistency that I need here to get some traction and to help you in the best possible way. Again, I'm sorry for what happened in last year, that I had this on and off mode, but simply having to balance it's a professional main job and this channel, it was quite challenging. Nevertheless, we will do post daily content 6 p.m. here on this channel. I will use mainly 3 channels. So the first one, and this will be the main channel now, will be YouTube. Where I have the chance to post longer format like this video, which goes 20 to 30 minutes, just to talk about topics in depth, because I think this is really important. And I realized that on Instagram it's quite limited, because you can only post real or only short snippets, and here on YouTube I really have the opportunity to talk about some topics in depth. Then the second channel will be Instagram. And this will be more for personal interaction. So if you want to write me a personal message, you can do that always on Instagram. Also, we will do regular Q&A sessions, live sessions. And this is really, if you want to just write me, or if you have a question, I think Instagram is the best way to do that. And then there will be other channels like TikTok, like podcasts, but there will be no major focus on them. I will simply use the reels that I have to produce for Instagram anyhow. I will use them and post them on TikTok. Also, if we talk about YouTube videos, I will extract the audio line and then post it as a podcast. There will be no big focus on that, but throughout the year I will build up this as well, because many people ask me to launch a podcast or to do something on TikTok. So I think this is a very elegant way to do that. So this is the content part, and this will be on a daily basis, as I said, especially on YouTube, 6 p.m. CET every day. Then I also will have a daily newsletter. So if you want to join the newsletter, then click on the link below. There you can join the newsletter, and this is a more intimate relationship. This is more like where I talk really about more private stuff, also about things that I learned on my personal project. The reason is that I don't want to share these learnings in the public on YouTube, so that's why I want to use this newsletter format. So there you will get daily lessons learned from my own life. And also, you receive special offers, for example, for the consulting preparation course, and some, specials that I will come up with throughout the year. So if you want to go one step further, really want to understand a little bit more about myself and how I approach things on my project, then the newsletter is the perfect medium for you. Also, I will re-record the free masterclass. So if you want to learn the necessary consulting skills for free, then I offer the free masterclass. This will be, a 1 to 2 hours long video where I talk about, the basics, the main strategies that you can use in order to prepare for your consulting career. This will be for free. If you are interested in that, then please check out the link below. Also, I will re-record that. So I had uploaded a masterclass last year. I will re-record that and put up a new version, and stay tuned for that and check out the link below. Then, of course, there will be the consulting preparation course. And this is the course that I recorded last year, and basically I will update the course on a quarterly basis. So I receive now a lot of feedback. Thank you for that. And throughout the year, since you have lifetime access, you will get always the improved version, always the updated version. So stay tuned if you're interested in that. Also check out the link below. And if you want to prepare your career, your consulting career in the best possible way, this is the course for you, because this is the most comprehensive consulting preparation course that you can get out there. We really talk about everything from PowerPoint. There's a huge PowerPoint module, there's a huge Excel module, and there is a module for how to work on projects, how to apply consulting tools. We talk about organization, communication, but also work-life balance, and how to develop a strong mindset. So there are plenty of hours of video material with a lot of exercises, also some additional stuff like, reading list, my favorite, 250 books, stuff like that. So this is really a very comprehensive program that helps you, to learn all the skills that you need for your consulting internship or for your start in your consulting career. So if you're interested in that, then stay tuned for special offers and check out the link below. And of course, last but not least, I also offer speaking engagements. So what I want to do this year a bit more often is to, do collaborations with, for example, student clubs, with universities. So I have done that in the past as well. And this is always a lot of fun, and it's also a great opportunity for you, because we very often do, it's like a half an hour or, 45 minutes presentation by me, where I share some learnings, and after that, maybe a half an hour of Q&A session in a more, intimate round, where I really can do one-on-ones, where I really can, talk about the experience that I had in consulting, can also share some tips. We also talk a lot about mindset, and the feedback in the past has been very positive. So if you want to do that, if you want me to speak at your student club, at your university, just reach out to me. I think the easiest way to do that is through Instagram, and then we can schedule something. And I'm always happy to do that, because this is also a lot of fun for me, for the personal interaction. Good. So this is what we want to do this year. So we will post daily content, then you will have the daily newsletter, then this free masterclass, the consulting preparation course, and also speaking engagements. And this will be my main focus for this year. Now, as a last topic, let's talk about the content schedule for the next quarter. As I said, I have pre-produced a lot of content, and this is how we will do it. This is mainly for YouTube now, so that you can know, so that you know what to expect for this year. This is the scheduling, the content schedule for the quarter one. So I will probably change that in the next quarter, but this is what I plan, for the next 3 months. So we will do on Monday a session where we will summarize the weekly news. So I will talk about the most important headlines that you need to know in consulting to be prepared for the next week. We'll talk about news in the consulting industry, news in the economy, some new management concepts that I have from different magazines. So this is what we'll talk about on Monday. Then on Tuesday there will be a video about consulting skills. So maybe this might be Excel, this might be PowerPoint, organization, stuff like that. Then on Wednesday I want to do a book review. So as you know, I love reading, and I always get the feedback that you like that as well. So I will do a book review every Wednesday. Then on Thursday, I will talk about different consulting firms. So I will present different consulting firms. I will talk a little bit about the consulting industry. On Friday, again, we do a consulting skill video. So again, PowerPoint, Excel, organization communication, or so on. On Saturday, I will show and present a case study. So I had, experimented a little bit with case studies like for GE, or IBM, stuff like that, and received very positive feedback about that as well. So this is what we do on Saturday. And on Sunday, we will do a weekly reflection and a Q&A session. And this means that I will talk a little bit about, the previous week. I will talk about some lessons that I learned throughout the week. And of course, we will do a longer Q&A session where, especially on YouTube, we can do some questions and answers, so that we have also a little bit of personal interaction. So this is what I plan for 2023. And this is how I want to proceed with this channel. Of course, I want to know your feedback. So if you have any feedback, then please write it down in the comments. Again, 2 years now since I started this channel, there have been, many positive moments, also many challenges. I took the year, to reflect and to change a little bit, the main focus is really to get more consistency here, to really, get some traction and scale this channel, to, help you in the best possible way, and to create the best how-to channel for consultants. So with that being said, if you don't want to miss any new video here, then please click on the subscribe button and ring the bell. Also, if you have any comments, then please comment down below. With that being said, I am looking forward to this year. It's going to be very exciting. Looking forward to this journey together. And with that being said, have a successful day. Hope to talk to you soon. Goodbye, Johannes.